It is I, Hewlett, David Hewlett, and it's very, very freaking early. This Burn and Learn brought to you by the wretched mutt. Huzzah! Because she got me up too freaking early. Wretched animal. She's probably sleeping now too, the wretched beast. Oh, God. Yeah, like it was, like 7 a.m. or something. She woke me up and I figured she probably wanted to go out. So I thought, all right, I'll take her out. And then I thought, well, if I'm up so early, imagine getting the exercise torture out of your system so freaking early. It would just be amazing. So, oh, hello, Caliber Pitchers. How are you? First to join the party. Yes, another Burn and Learn, my friend. Who we got here? We got Romantic. Hello. We've got, what do we got? Oh, God, I can't see a thing. My glasses are all fogged up and I'm blind. Hello, Brian Vines. It's been forever. Romantic. Carissa. Hello. Garrett. Casually Sandra. I like that. I think I'm casually David today. And BB3D. Brian Vines. How the heck are you, my wonderful content-making friend? Good morning. Nice to sit and have a cup of coffee with you. I've got a cup of tea going, actually. But yes, Brian, a pleasure indeed. Everyone, if you're not watching, following, worshiping the altar that is BV3D, then you should certainly be doing that because my friend Brian is an incredibly informative and engaging individual. Blurty Dad, how the heck are you, Blurty Dad? Good to see you. Tina's here. Hello, Tina. How you feeling this morning, Tina? Has official. I like that, Has. Harvester Commander. Yep, Kawoosh, the gate is active. I don't know how active I am, my friend. Shaken Milk, how you doing? Everyone be nice about milk. Carrie Fisk, hello from Australia. Australia, oh, I miss you. I miss you, Australia. Adequate, Brian Vines. I'm afraid I'm only adequate? I would have thought spectacular. But anyways, Mandy Buckland. Good afternoon, David. How are you? Not afternoon for me. It is crazy freaking early in the morning. I've got a giant ZPM of tea, and I'm basically this is trying to turn a frown and turn a frown upside down this morning. My wretched freaking princess mutt woke me up at 7 a.m. On the one morning I don't have to get up, because guess what? I got to be up with her early tomorrow to take her to the vet. Anyway, so she woke me up at 7 a.m. because she wanted to go out. So I let her out and I gave her a few treats and I gave her some food. And I was standing there going like, oh, I don't want to be up. And I thought, wait a second, I don't want to be up. I'm not even awake yet. What if I go and do my burn and learn before I even know it's happening? Won't be much of a learn, but it was a burn. So guess what? I did 25 minutes today, which I'm quite proud of. So 25 minutes, I haven't eaten anything, so I feel like crap. But man, do I deserve this cup of tea. Oh boy, I can feel the power going up as we speak. By the way, if you like this stuff, I've been playing with some new designs. I got some new designs, some that aren't even Stargate related now. I've actually, because I'm going to go and see, like today, it's like, today they say, Sunday is the Lord's Day. No. It's the Lord of Nerds Day because today I get to go and see Furiosa. I have been a ridiculously massive fan of Mad Max since I was a freaking teenager. I saw Road Warrior weirdly, the second one, not the first one. And I watched that film. I wore that VHS out. That's how old it was. I have seen Fury Road probably, I don't know how many times now, probably 10, 12 times now. And I'm going to see Furiosa today. And I'm going to have my wife there. I'm going to have my kid there. My dog will be at home. And I'm going to have a giant thing of popcorn and a huge pop. And I will deserve it because I've already done my burn and learn. But my God, the world of Mad Max. I know I would survive for maybe 1 second. Or maybe I'd have one of those little helicopter things. Actually, you know what? No, I'd probably be that helicopter guy. But man, that world is just, it's in my head. I'm so excited that Epic Games, who does Unreal Engine, they have a sort of a kind of a deserty, post-apocalyptic theme for this latest Fortnite, which means that those assets will be available for Unreal. So I thought, boy, it'd be kind of fun to play with some stuff. I have this silly dream of one day doing a film called Mad Mouse furry road, because I just think it'd be really funny to do like a hammy hamster type thing, only with like literally put little mice. Of course, you could do it digitally now, right? I was thinking you just have to put peanut butter on their mouths and make them talk and stuff. Obviously not not putting them in any danger, but with Unreal Engine, I might actually be able to make at least a template for an attempt at, I should say, at at Mad Mouse. I just think that'd be funny, 3 days ago, I saw a remote control vehicle that could hold that rig. You want to get out of here? You talk to me. Just so good. What do we got? Good afternoon from Mandy. Good afternoon to you. Howdy, sir, from Mittens. Sorry, Mittens. Worship at the altar. Aha, I love it, Brian. Raylan Durham from Perth, Western Australia. Oh, there's so many Australians here today. It's great. I guess because it's so early. So freaking early. It is, well, it's 8:15 now, but I've been up since 7. For me, on a non-school day, that's miserable. Tammy Backwin, how are you? Of course you're an early riser, Tammy. Shaking Milk says, was surprised to see a stream, but I'm always down for it. Oh, good, I'm glad. I got the Burn and Learn out of the way already. Yeah, Jim the Evo. What you gonna do with the rest of the day? Furiosa, baby. There's a part of me that it's possible I may go to Furiosa, and if I like it, I may just turn around and walk back in and see it again. Like, that's kind of what I did with Fury Road. If I could just, if I could just drift off into the world of Mad Max, I would do that. Like, I mean, when they have a VR, when they can sort of put one of those, neural links in the back of my head, and I am the road warrior now I sound like it would be like if Keanu Reeves was in it. I would live in that world. I think it's the most magnificent, beautiful vision of this hideous apocalyptic future. Anyways, I don't know why I find it so appealing, but I love it. Caliber Pictures is actually watching Atlantis at the moment. My gosh, well, enjoy. Let me disappoint you. Doing well. Burn and Learn on Sunday. That's new. I know, Blurty Dad. That's what I'm saying. Surprised to see you up so early. I know. What machine are you using this morning, David? Brian, I'll show you. It's this beast. I've got this beast that I've been using for years. It's this the elliptical machine, and this is the torture device. And I have this weird thing. I don't like seeing it. Like I want it. I've hidden it away, right? I've hidden it behind this wall here, this sort of fake wall, because to me, seeing an exercise machine is like seeing an unmade bed in someone's video. I don't know what it is. It's like some weird uptight British thing or something, or Canadian thing, or American thing. I don't know. I've got 3 passports. I've got 3 nationalities. I don't know what part of me is uptight. All of me. So I don't just play uptight on television. Anyway, so that's, the torture device is an elliptical machine that I've had for years, absolute years. I've had that longer than we've had Baz. So that thing is probably 2 or 3 years older than Baz now, so it's probably almost 20 years old. And it is the only torture device of the exercise kind. I don't have any other torture devices, just to be very clear, just to clarify. It is the only torture device that I've stuck with in any way, shape, or form. And even that has been pathetic. It's been, as you can tell by my Burn and Learns, they're sort of on and off as they go. But anyways, the long story was about these. So I've been really having fun making my own merch, and this is a heat activated cup, so it'll go dark as I drink it. It'll go dark, and I just thought that was so perfect for ZPMs. And also, I live on caffeine, so it just seemed like, and there were none of these cups. No one had done a freaking ZPM cup, so I made ZPM cups. So if anyone wants one of those, I don't know the whole URL, so just go to techbandits.org and go to the store link, and you can get them there. But there's some new ones I've been playing with. And like I said, they're not all Stargate. I'm doing a Mad Max one. Like, I'm doing a Fury Road one right now, because my son and I keep saying, like, if things are going really horribly, we'll say, oh, what a lovely day. So I thought I should get a "Oh, what a lovely day" T-shirt. So I've been playing around with something like that. I had this old T-shirt when I was, I guess, around his age. Yeah, I would have been 16. I had this, it was a Mel Gibson T-shirt from Road Warrior, and I know Mel Gibson is a whole different thing now, but back then, in the innocent days when we didn't know, and when he wasn't drinking as much, by the sound of it, I had this wonderful Mad Max still. It was a black and white T-shirt that had been sort of almost like an Andy Warhol treatment on it, but only in little bits. Like, it was like, it did blood and purple and some weird bright colors. And I thought, oh, I want to do one of those myself or recreate that kind of a thing because I couldn't find the old T-shirt anywhere, and it was a full print. Like it was the whole front of the T-shirt was the print, and of course me being the little the little poser that I was back when I was 16. God, I would have hated me when I was 16, and I expect you all to as well. I was, I took off the sleeves because I had a sleeveless one, and I used to wear like leather pants and giant boots and think I was in Mad Max. I don't know what my deal was. Anyways, I think it was kind of an early way of cosplaying, I guess. Before cosplaying was a thing, I would walk around dressed as Mad Max because I just thought that whole look was amazing, and it had sort of a weird sort of protective quality to it. Of course, people wanted to beat you up because you had big boots and leather pants and stuff on, but whatever. All right. Is it Yorkshire tea? It is. It is. This is Yorkshire tea. Is it Yorkshire tea? Yes. Yorkshire Gold. This is Yorkshire Gold. Thank you very much for knowing that. That's creepy. How do you know what tea I'm drinking? Are you in the room? They're in the room. What do we got? Good morning. Thank you for going live. You're welcome, AP Kilby. And honestly, there's nothing better than a true cup, British cup. Yeah, Yorkshire tea. It's just, you can't beat that. And I'll tell you, it tastes better out of a ZPM. Just saying. Yeah, so there's that I've been working on, and there was another one that I was playing with. I have an AI T-shirt. It's not an AI T-shirt. It's not an anti-AI T-shirt, but it's a little sort of a nod towards our future and our past at the same time, which I'll when I finished it. I'm playing with it. It's a very simple T-shirt, but I really, it's one of those things that because it's so simple, I want to make sure that it's all proportioned properly. So that'll be out there soon at some point too. I'll let you know. The original is the best. The original which? The original Mad Max. It's funny. I watched the original Mad Max the other day, and I love it. I think George Miller is brilliant. Like he's just a brilliant filmmaker. I'm trying to think. Are there bad films he's made? I don't know. Like any of his films, even the ones that didn't do well, I still feel have a interesting creativity to them. Although I didn't see, what is it, 100 Years of Solitude or whatever it was called, that weird looking one with a genie in it. It just seemed really weird. Okay, my wife saw it Friday. She loved it, and she's hard to please with films today. Really? Okay, great, Blurry. Yeah, that's good. I could see you as the guy with the auto gyro. Yeah, see, couldn't you? That's it. The auto gyro. That'd be me. I'd be the auto gyro guy. I should look into auto gyros. I've always wanted a flying car. Why not? That's the way to go. Congratulations on the workout. My dog and cat decided to wake me up early today as well. Any chance you'd make any ZPMs for your store? Well, there's some really, there are 3D printable ones that you can get. Hell, talk to Brian Vines about that. I'm sure he's printed ZPMs or can certainly point you in the right direction. There are some beautiful models out there. I have, I printed these little ones as Christmas lights. So I just put the Christmas light in here, and had them had them as Christmas lights. Weirdly, my wife refused to put them up. She doesn't like the Rodney at the top of the top of the tree either. But anyways, I printed like a little version of these that I found online. I think they were on Printables actually. I think they were on the Prusa's site. They're all wonderful Stargate nerds over there. Had a great tour of that place. My God, it was just so amazing. Hey David, did you see the Fallout series? I did, Harvester. I've only watched the first 3 episodes, I guess, and I find it hard to engage. I think it's beautiful. I love her. She's just so engaging and beautiful and a fantastic actor. I love the ghoul. Actually, I like all the characters. What am I saying? It's just weird. For some reason, I just haven't. It isn't sort of like, oh my God, I've got to watch the next episode. Unlike another show that I will share with you, if you want to be miserably entertained, the terror is extraordinary. I tried to watch the second season. I started to watch the second season. It just didn't. It hasn't appealed to me yet. Maybe I'll try it again. But the first, because I think Gimpy G said he liked it. But the first season is, I think, some of the most brilliant acting and filmmaking, TV filmmaking that I've seen. Like it is a short form series. I think almost unparalleled. I mean, it's Jared Harris is brilliant, and the other actors, I wish I knew all their names because there's all these fabulous British actors in it. There's some questionable CG stuff in it, but at the same time, it doesn't matter because you're so engaged in these people. And this is what I feel like a lot of these new shows lack, is this, I need to get to know these people. I need to have stakes, in their lives, and it's not all about blowing stuff up and things. Like anyways, I cannot recommend The Terror enough. It is It's gruesome. Like if you're not into horror, then I wouldn't watch it, because even though it's not really a horror, it has some of the most gruesome deaths in it that you've seen, and it is not a happy story. But Jared Harris is brilliant, and the acting in general is brilliant. The story writing is frankly genius. I think it's based on a book. Makes me want to read the book as well. Good morning to you, GTBD00 Gumamug. Go Jack! Wow, he just just threw it all in there in that name, huh? Macberg, hello to you. Nuke, g'day mate. How's your day going? Really good. Because you know what? Oh yeah, Thunderdome. I know. Thunderdome really threw me for a loop. Someone said I should watch it again though. Someone said watch it again now. And so I probably will. But Fury Road really just it brought me back to the temple of George Miller. Like and not even Mad Max. I mean, Furiosa was the most, talk about engaging characters. I didn't give much of a crap about Max really in the Fury Road. It was Furiosa's movie, so I'm really interested to see what they're going to do with this. I mean, it's a shame they can't have Charlize Theron back, because I just think she was just absolutely spectacular as it. But I understand it's a prequel, and I guess it would be weird. And I prefer seeing an actor playing a younger Charlize Theron than I would seeing Charlize Theron being digitally, because I just think that's going to be distracting. You know what I mean? I don't even like doing accents, because I feel like accents get between you and the person who you're communicating with. I mean, fake accents, not real accents. So Damien Robbie, how are you? Hello, hey David. Be shouting. It's morning. It's a morning shout. You're like one of those like morning talk shows. You look great. Hope you're doing well. Thank you very much, Damien. I think you're perhaps lying, because I think this is some of the worst I will look. As sweaty and as gross as I get, basically. Oh look, see, it's beginning to, the ZPM is powering down. See, as it gets cooler, you'll see less and less of the ZPM. All right, I need to get back on my elliptical. I switched to the stationary bike for the last year, but the elliptical is better for me at burning calories. Is that right? I don't know. Oh, God, that's a good cup of tea. Yeah, I tried. Jane keeps saying, look, get rid of that massive, because that thing is huge. I mean, that is, that's ridiculous. That's the monster truck of workout devices. Jane has this, like, elegant little non-Peloton bike. It's not Peloton bike. I absolutely refuse to spend the money on that Peloton bike. I'm sorry. I said, look, I'm sorry, Jane. I'm a cheap bastard. I know, but I cannot get you a Peloton bike, but I will, I'll find the best non-Peloton that there is, and we got that one. And she loves it. I mean, I tried using it once, and I hated it. Like, just hated it. I like having this to do. I don't like this, like sitting here, and I feel silly. Like, I feel like I should just be on a bike. And I just, what I like about this is, I mean, I used to watch shows while I was on the elliptical, and probably that's the easiest way to burn. But then I was just watching a lot of mindless stuff as well. I mean, I suppose I could watch documentaries. Could that count as a learn? And then I could watch, because I do find that watching the time burns much faster. And in this case, like today, I did 25 minutes. It was all just Audible. I just listened to Audible. I should talk about the learn part. Yeah. So learn part. I'm back on this book called. Oh God, I wish. Can I? And I'm scared to. I don't want to change my screen, because I'll hang up on you. But it's like DNA and genetics. It's one of the world's great courses. I will attempt to cut and paste the title into the description later. But or sign up for the email of awesomeness, which I owe, because it's been months. And I'll throw it in there as well. But yeah. So back on DNA and oh my God. Now the not eating is taking effect. I'm getting to get that feeling of like, oh God, I must have scrambled eggs. Yes, DNA and really just molecular biology. It's a great course. It's literally it's called one of the great courses. And today talking about DNA, talking about how it works, talking about proteins, which are just extraordinary. Just how, depending on which beads in this sort of string of beads are hydrophilic and which ones are hydrophobic. So the ones that want to get away from the water tend to sort of like get all sort of curled inside, and the ones that like the water go popping out on the outside. And this forms a shape, and then the shape of the protein dictates what it can do. And they're either structural proteins, which obviously do things like build spider silk and hair and that kind of stuff. Or you've got these enzymes, which are basically what's the term for it? I mean, I sort of picture them as like little workbenches. I think he said something about a workbench. It feels to me like they're little proteins in the right shape to help things stick together or break apart or whatever they do. So, but just the fact that this is what your DNA does is it yes, it can make your eyes blue or your pee smell depending on what asparagus you've eaten or not. But these are the phenotypes, the way they show up in the body are basically as proteins, right? So it basically DNA just creates these proteins, and the proteins dictate what happens out there. What I love about that is that I think there is a fallacy that your DNA determines who you are and how you're going to be, and obviously it affects that, but it is also environment as well. So the environment will change the way these genes respond to things, and the way these proteins respond to things. So just amazing. Again, this is a field that I wish I got into earlier, like our friend James R. Gurney, who, by the way, James R. Gurney, go check him out as well. Brian is the 3D master and technology guru, but James R. Gurney, biology baby. That guy knows it all. It's amazing. Ask him about phages. Very cool. Viruses that attack bacteria. Bring back Stargate. Yeah, if I could, I would, Damien. Dude, I'd be on it right now if I could. The ancients made that cup. The ancients probably would have made it better, but I'm playing with the design. I may tweak this design a bit, but I like the idea of it. I've just got to, you can see exactly how much tea. When this tea runs out, I stop talking. Just so you know, when this tea's gone, I got to go back in because I'll be cold and miserable and non-caffeinated, which is even less pretty, should we say? All right, what do we got here? Ooh, that's so cool. Oh, thank you, Harsigan. Using power. Hello, Rodney. Hello, Nightlight Productions. How are you? Michael Jiggs, early work days. I'm up at 3:45 a.m. I know. I'm, just in my own silly world. 7 is early for me. Can I just say, I know you joke about burn, but you really are looking amazing. Aw, AP Kilby, that's very sweet of you. I think it's just a flattering, Jesus, I think it's a flattering camera angle. Ugh, I've got freaking dog hair everywhere. Ugh. Chief scientist of the Atlantis expedition. That's me. Have you seen the new Planet of the Apes? You caused that whole apocalypse. I know. My son really wants me to sit down and watch Rise of the Apes with him, and I keep saying no, I don't want to watch some old movie that I'm in. I don't want to. Which of course it is a stupid response. I should watch the movie with him, and I will. But first, we're seeing Furiosa. I cannot wait. Very nice to meet you, McKay at Basingstoke. Oh, I'm so happy. I'm glad it worked out for you. I'm sorry about the miserable lineups and the oh god, it was just like I've said this before, absolutely lovely people. I've got nothing bad to say about them. They did. I think they did everything that they could to make it work. But I think they were just overwhelmed, honestly. And I think they had a few people bail on them that made things very difficult. Anyways, but it was lovely to see everybody. I got to say, this is the thing about the convention stuff is I don't do a hell of a lot of them. Partially because when I go, I want to enjoy it. And I know that's incredibly selfish, but I just feel like it's been a long time since we shot Stargate. A long, long time. And I've had a lot of fun on stuff since, admittedly, but Stargate is still very, dear to my heart. And also I really, I've always been. I love these Comic-Con things. I mean, I'm tempted to say I almost like them more than the pure Stargate things, because the thing I like about the Comic-Con stuff is that it's got all of my geeky stuff there. I was there. I bought little Lego figures. I could go look at Magic the Gathering cards and Pokemon cards and check out all the artwork stuff and the cosplay stuff. So in a weird way, you can actually get paid more to go to the Stargate only stuff. But going to these more open, multi franchise, I guess, for a better word, for want of a better word, events are just so much fun to me because I'm like a kid again. I get to go and spend I'll get per diem for going. So they'll give you sort of money to cover costs and stuff while you're there. So my per diem just goes directly on buying silly little tchotchkes and things, my nerdy stuff. So it's a replicator T-shirt. Is it? Is it a replicator T-shirt? It's a Tech Bandits T-shirt. Oh God, it's so comfortable too. I got to say, I'm so happy to find the company that makes my T-shirts now. I can't remember the name of the company that actually the product itself, but they're the most comfortable T-shirts I've ever had. Also possibly because I just ordered giant ones now. Like they're basically like they're like less T-shirts and more muumuus at this point. Have you seen Three Body Problem? I have. And the funny thing is, I didn't like it. I loved the China stuff in it. Like I just thought the China angle on it was so fascinating, and I was thoroughly uninterested in the European stuff. I don't know why. And then someone said, "Oh, well, actually, the book is all set in China," and I was like, "Well, then that's the problem." Like it just felt, yeah, it just didn't. It didn't. I thought it came up with these amazing ideas, and so much so that as much as I didn't like the series, I watched the entire series. I mean, I enjoyed it. I just didn't. It just didn't. I found it a bit frustrating, and I found some of the actors really. I'm afraid, sorry, but some of the actors, I just could not. I was like, I don't buy this. And then, so I got the book. I've actually got the book. I don't know if that counts as a burn and learn. Like, can I read? I don't know if I can read fiction as my learn part. Does that count? I guess it does. It feels weird reading fiction. But I actually bought the Three Body Problem, the first book, because I'm fascinated by the sort of the conceptual ideas behind it. The idea that, what would we do if in 400 years, an alien invasion was coming? Or not that an alien invasion was coming, but that aliens were coming in 400 years. What would we do to protect ourselves and to prepare ourselves? And I think, the book starts, and I can't remember the series now, but the book starts at this point where she just has no faith in humans because, she's been a part of this horrific sort of purge in China, this communist movement that's killing intellectuals, including her parents. And it's horrific. Like her mother basically is, in order to survive, turns against the father. They're both professors in the university, and he's killed, and the mother becomes sort of his accuser, and the daughter is obviously just torn apart by this, but she has this absolute, she has this wonderful, almost hatred for mankind at the beginning of the book. So I'm very curious to see where it's going to go with that. So yeah, absolutely amazing. McKay is a god. Well, thank you, Damien. I like I say, Sunday is God's day. So I happen to be God of the nerds, but. Okay, being sensible here. Are the cups dishwasher safe? I'm truly lazy when I have to wash the pots. Oh, I think so. Well, let me put it this way. This does not get hand washed. Oh, wait, what's going on? Ooh, it's getting low. We're getting low on ZPM here. We're almost done our talk. Just saying. Yeah, look, I put it in the dishwasher a number of times. It seems to work fine. So, but I'll let you know if it doesn't. Look, they're not. I've got to say, as the disappearing cups go, they're not. I've seen better ones. I've seen ones that are better at hiding the image underneath it. But I just like the almost the concept behind it, if that makes sense. And there's just something about having a ZPM on your cup that makes it feel good. What we should really do is have like the using power stuff here, and then put I'd like to be able to put a ZPM on the bottom, but. There's only so much customization you can do with these cups. If anyone finds this here, I'm looking for two things actually. I'm looking for a really good hat distributor that I can use through Shopify. So I use Shopify and I use Printify, but Printify doesn't have very good baseball caps or and other types of hats. I want a wide selection of great hats because I have no hair. And so if someone's got a good place for that, let me know. Also socks. I have ZPM socks. I don't know if I'm going to recommend them to people at this point because I got them and they're just not the best socks. I'd like to find better socks for my ZPM socks. So I'm looking for good socks, good hats, and there was something else. The t-shirts I really like. Was there anything else I wanted there as well? I'm sure there was something else I'd like, but those are the two ones that I've been looking for recently. I'd like to get some really good socks because there's something I really. I think one of my only cosplay now is my socks. Like basically, I'm like a coward. Like I don't just play a coward on television. I try not to draw attention to myself. I like having silly socks. My son when he was very young wanted to do a company called Very Odd Socks, which I just thought was a brilliant idea. His idea was to actually sell odd socks. So you never wore the same two socks any day. And in fact, I go out of my way to pick different socks when I think about it. Usually I just grab a handful of socks and then throw them on. But, are you actually allergic to citrus? I'm not. Serious salamander, I am not. It's true. And way smarter than Carter. Damien is just on a total fan blitz here. Just make ZPM out of Jello. Oh, what? Oh my God, has someone done that? Someone's got to make a ZPM Jello mold. Oh my God, how brilliant would that be? Could you imagine that? Like a big wobbly ZPM? Oh my God, that'd be awesome. That's genius. Who said that? Jung Wong, fantastic, brilliant idea. Those Christmas lights are freaking cool, aren't they? Shaking, yeah, that's what I thought. Awesome ZPM, now only 2 left. What? Because I drank it? Okay, good morning, David. Frostbite, how are you? Morning, everyone. Frostbite saying hi to everyone. Three Body Problem was a great watch. Oh, Mittens. Oh, good. Well, I'm glad you liked it. Look, like I say, I don't, I am a miserable viewer. Like I am, I complain about visual effects. I complain about acting. I complain about directing. I complain about writing because I feel like I'm so in the machine of that. So it's very difficult for me to step back and enjoy something in a pure, childlike way, which I'm hoping you do with Furiosa. For some reason, the Mad Max movies, I could just kick back and go like, I am not watching a movie, I am in the apocalypse. And I'm Australian too. I freaking love, God, I think it's one of the reasons why Australia is one of like my favorite places on the planet is because of those movies. Although I heard that someone was saying that they shot Fury Road, the most recent Fury Road in Namibia. Oh my God, in Nimbid, I can't say it. It's too early, and the T's gone. Nimbid, what is how do I say it? I can't say it. I've got a problem. I've got like a speech impediment for that. Shout me out, please. Hattie Davies. I don't know if I do that, the whole shout out thing. Hello, Hattie. It's good to see you. How often do you reconnect, talk to colleagues from previous films? Well, it depends on the films. I mean, Lucky Black says, like I saw everyone at Basingstoke, and it was lovely, absolutely lovely. Like I hadn't seen Jason for, since we shot C together, I hadn't seen him. He shot the entire of Aquaman and what is it, Fast and Furious. He's done like 6 movies since I last saw him. Lucky bastard. Man, I'd like those genes. Talk about genetics. God damn it. It really is a bloody tongue twister, isn't it? My family and I met you a while in New Zealand. Oh, good. And I think I had an idea of releasing the designs so people could source their own domestic printing for your merchant, etc. Did that idea ever develop? It did not, the Rookie, but I think that's actually a brilliant idea. And I should definitely look into that. Although I did also find that with my Shopify account, I think there's a way you can say like, I think I can add regions. And I think, anyways, I'm going to look into it because I want there to be local printing of this stuff. The idea was like, could you locally print this stuff? Because these poor Aussies and New Zealanders and stuff, they're paying these ridiculous shipping fees because they've chosen to live in the best part of the world. Just finished watching The Listener. So many SG peeps on that. It was good. The Listener. I don't know that one, Digital Sparky. Bloody tongue twisters. David, you should check out Printable for your hats and such. They have local prints as well. Okay, yeah, I have Printify. Yeah, Printful. One of my hats is Printful. I just found them very expensive. Like they were some pretty. They just seemed like, I mean, obviously I have to have like some kind of a markup because I want to make some money as well. Obviously, I got to eat. I got to stay in. I got to keep myself in my Yorkshire Gold. I just found them very expensive. I just worried that they were going to be too expensive, too steep for people. But anyways, Christopher Judge is Kratos in God of War. Harvest Quebec. Who are you talking to? Of course I know that. The guy's genius. I love that man. That man he's in Dog's Breakfast. I was so taken with him. We did a read through of that movie, and freaking dog hair. It's ridiculous. I'm like a Velcro for dog hair. We did this read through for Dog's Breakfast, and there was only one little scene for him, and he very graciously showed up and did it. And he had us all laughing so hard that I I ended up writing him a whole section of the movie because I just so loved working with him. It is expensive here. Yeah, no, it really is down there. It really is. It's amazing. Although I got to say, Toronto, it's freaking expensive too. David, Cam, print a phone holder. Yes, yes. Although look, I actually have it in a little tripod right now. I can't show you because it'll all fall apart. But yeah, they're more expensive because they distribute the orders to the local businesses, which then drops them there once printed. Oh, oh, so they're more expensive because they can do exactly that. So okay, well I can look into that. It's so great seeing Chris on the stage. I know, isn't it amazing? Would you guest star in a spin-off of a new Stargate series? Would I be a lead in it? Of course I would. Are you kidding? McKay is my favorite freaking character. There is far too much McKay in me and McKay. So, Dog's Breakfast sequel, I'd love to. I'd love to. It's just that, I'm not working on a big sci-fi series anymore. I don't have those financial or crew resources like I used to. Tammy says, totally watching Blazing Day. Good day to rewatch Dog's Breakfast or Fury Road, Tammy. But thank you. So yeah, when you order something to ship to Australia, if a provider is available, it'll get sent to the Aussie provider to print. Is that only with Printful? Like Printify doesn't do that, or any of the other ones don't do that? A ZPM portable charger. Oh, that's good. Like a phone charger that is a ZPM? I love that too. Amazing t-shirt. Oh, thank you, Geo Dantan. Yeah, well, if you like this one, go check out the other ones because it's amazing. Sorry, I feel like I'm in like marketing mode here, but please, techbandits.org. Go check out the shop there, and it'll take you to my Shopify place, and you can get a lot of this stuff. I've got both Printful and Printify. Printify are cheaper, but they only use their in-house printers. That's why it's so much cheaper. Okay, what are you selling, Digital Sparky? What do you got something you should be promoting here as well? ZPM Tammy's like, I totally go for a ZPM charger. Wouldn't that be fun? Like you just have even just like a little one like this. You just have like a little. Or even maybe you could do like a flattened version, maybe. So instead of the full ZPM, then you just have your little charger port back here. Because of course everything that was ancient had a USB port anyways. Now it'll have to have a USB-C. But I guess you could, well, now I think about it, you could have by the way, I gotta throw these batteries out. These have like totally puckered up. But you could almost get like a little ZPM in there, a little battery pack in that. How much is that? That's like, these are killer lithium polymer ones. These are the Easy Robot batteries, but those suckers puff up dangerously very quickly. I don't know what to do with them now, actually. What do people do with them once they've puffed up? I mean, you're supposed to get rid of them, right? I mean, I figured I would take them to the battery recharge, the battery recycle place, but I don't want to leave. I don't like the idea of leaving them in the house because I don't want them blowing the place up. Anyways, all right, I'm losing the will to live. I need more tea, and I need to go watch F1, which starts in 15 minutes. Definitely make a ZPM portable. Would buy that. I'm a huge fan of Stargate. Thank you for doing this amazing acting. Oh, thank you, Mina. That's very nice of you. And welcome to our silly little sweaty. This is where I can take all you Stargate fans and disillusion you by showing you what a horrible, sweaty old man I am. Like I say, I should tell people what this is. Actually, I realize I don't do this anymore. But basically, this is my Burn&Learn. This is my bid to stay alive and fit long enough to enjoy my golden age with my fabulous son and wife and that wretched mutt that woke me up at 7 a.m. Anyway, so what I try to do is do a little bit of exercise and learn something while I'm doing it, and then I like to sort of share what I've learned and then basically natter on like a little old man, and I love it. This is like my reward for doing the exercise. I feel right, like I get my, this is like my social media fix that I get for doing the flex. Thanks for the Burn&Learns. They keep me motivated on my own fitness journey. Oh, really? Oh, great, Trey. What do you got? 92 pounds. 92. Are you freaking kidding me? Oh my God, Trey, I hate you. 92 pounds. Holy crap. How did you do it? Was it exercise, or what was the exercise, food? What was the, must have been a combination of the two, I guess. You're doing it in a healthy way, I'm assuming, right? But well done, dude. Jesus, Trey, that's amazing. Casually, Sandra, you have a wonderful day. Great seeing the Stargate peeps doing well. You're all so wholesome. Aren't we just? We're just such wholesome. Just want to eat us all up. I love these. Ananda Bricker, I think I'm good. Great job. Yeah, seriously, congrats, Trey. That's amazing. That's That's pretty amazing. Just before I go, Trey, what did you do? How did you share your amazing adventures with us? I miss real sci-fi. Yeah, I mean, look, that's a reason to watch the Three Body Problem. I mean, it's real sci-fi. It's some cool sci-fi stuff. And I mean, I guess the reality is Fallout is also science fiction as well. But yeah, I do miss our Stargate in many ways. Thanks for the love, David. It was great to see you. Love your work. Hope to see you in a future Stargate in some shape or form. LOL. Amazon. They really do, don't they, Frostbites? I mean, for God's sake, it just doesn't seem like it would be that hard. All right, I wish they would get all you back together again. Yeah, that'd be fun, wouldn't it? That's incredible, Trey. I lost about 50 kilograms through gastric. What the hell's a gastric sleeve? That was tough, not fun at all. What the hell is? I don't even know what a gastric sleeve is. But I want one. Thanks, David. It was interesting happening upon your live stream. Oh, Tina Newton Art. Well, please join us again. It's always like this. And if it's not this, then then I'm babbling on about technology and stuff. Ben Palmer, got any Tech Bandits projects on the go? You should do a game jam. Get the group together to learn how to make a little video game together. Oh no, I'd love to do that, Ben. That'd be amazing. Yeah, what I've got in the works right now is a summer program with some university students at the University of Toronto Scarborough. And they're fourth-year students, and I'm not sure. I say that I'm not sure what year they are. They've hired students. They actually get this. I brought them this idea, and my wonderful friend Arthi ran with it with her biology class, and then they got funded to do sort of an exploration of this idea of using escape room puzzle as learning. My bit is this. I say, look, I've seen escape rooms used in classes before. And the kids solve them and they like them and they seem to enjoy them. I mean, depending on how well they're done. Some of them are just done like quizzes. They're pretending to be puzzles, and that's not good. But if you actually have a fun educational puzzle, that's a great experience. Fantastic. That's nothing new. What I am pushing for is something that I think the kids are missing, which is the critical thinking and the practical use of the knowledge that they are or not getting, depending on who you talk to. And so what I want to do is I want them to be building escape rooms in the way they do, in the same way that we would do like a high school play. I think there should be high school escape rooms. And part of the reason for that is because I fell in with a group of film nerds when I was 13 or 14 years old, and we've been making films together ever since. Changed my life, absolutely changed my life. And I credit it with every success and that I've had was because of that. I came into the professional film world with a demo reel. Like, before people even had demo reels, I had a demo reel because I've been making films with my friends. It was invaluable, and I think led to all of my early success and the roles that I got. Was I was showing up at auditions and I knew how to act for the camera. I'd been doing it for years, and I wish that for other people. Like, I just wish people could find something that they love as early as I did. And my hope with this escape puzzle stuff is that it will sort of like one of those like pachinko games where it goes and the things all sort of like meet at the bottom or don't and fall in different slots. I feel like it would allow people to find their people. Like it would find the theater people will find their theater people. They will become the performers in these escape rooms. There were the nerdy programmers will do the programming necessary for the Arduinos and stuff. There's the physicists will enjoy the physics side of it and the carpentry and the carpenters will like the carpentry, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. So filmmakers can do film components and stuff. And the idea is I just want people to find, if you can find that key group of people in your lives. And with a shared passion for stuff, I think you're unstoppable. I literally still make films with it. Like, Guillermo. The reason why I work with Guillermo del Toro is because my friend Vincenzo worked with Guillermo del Toro. That's how I was introduced to him, and we got to work with Guillermo on Cabinet of Curiosities. I mean, that's because of my 13-year-old friend. Not 13-year-old friend. We were 13-year-olds when we met. 13 to 14. I can't remember now. But we've known each other ever since. We've been friends ever since. So yes, exactly, Trey. An under-desk treadmill is really a game changer. Is it? Is that good? I don't think I've got the coordination for that. Dude, this is exactly it. There are so many resources for people to find their people, to learn and grow together these days. It's amazing. Students don't need to pirate software anymore. Was it Mood? I tell my students to get their animation portfolios. Yeah, no kidding, Tina Newton Art. Thank you for backing me up on that. Because that's the other thing that I came into acting with a portfolio. Like, in fact, I was disappointed when I did my first acting job because I could only act. I was like, what? I don't get to do the boom? I don't get to move lights or hold the camera? I don't get to do any of that stuff? That's stupid. I don't even like professional acting as much as I liked acting in my friend's stuff because it was all about, all of it. Anyways, so that's my little dream. And so this summer, I'm hoping to. So again, working more with, when I say kids, the more older kids, and that they're going to be at university and they're going to be trying to come up with a system for creating these puzzles and a curriculum around the puzzles for kids between probably grade 8 and 12. It's around there, 8 to 12. So that's the plan. And I'm hoping to meet them in the next couple of weeks. Actually, I've got to go to Newfoundland, one of my other favorite places in the world. Newfoundland, isn't it grand? Newfoundland, to shoot a show. It's an episode of a show, so it's about a week shooting, and then the hope is to just dive into this escape room stuff and see what the kids are coming up with on that. So that's my Tech Bandits adventures now. And now my tea is cold, and I am hungry, and F1 racing begins in 10 minutes, actually 8 minutes. So I'm going to say, be brave, be kind, be brilliant. And until we geek again, cheerio and huzzah! Thank you, everyone. Loved you all. And as I say, follow Gimpy G Gaming, follow Brian Vines 3D, and our wonderful James R. Gurney as well. And if Cal's there as well, say hi to Cal for me. All the best. Have a great day. Furiosa. Oh, what a lovely day.